And welcome back, everybody. This is Movies and Beyond. I'm Callum. That's Kyle. Kyle, how are we doing today?
Very groovy,
He's
very
very, he's
groovy.
very groovy indeed. Yeah. Oh, it's a shame you turn your light off.
Why?
You can't see it.
What? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I know.
It's just
Yeah.
I can see it, but other people probably can't. So it's just like creepy for me. Go on, get it. Show it off.
Okay, Google, light on.
If you can't see it, it's up there. Yep. Kyle's big eyes.
I'm gonna get that framed.
Get it
You know
framed.
what? Right, that's gonna be like we're gonna get. I'm gonna sign it. Like if we get big on YouTube, I'll sign it and I'll send it out to someone
There we go. Uh,
for
ne-
charity, of course.
nearly on 50 subscribers, by the way.
Oh well, we need to fucking project that because
Bear in mind,
we said
no. I didn't say. You said you would.
right. Well, I'm unsubscribing.
Uh,
uh,
Kyle will be losing his facial hair when we get to 50 subscribers, so let's make that happen.
I
Uh,
said no. We didn't specify. Didn't say said cut it. But does that mean cut it off or
nah, you said
just cut
shave
a
it
little
off.
bit?
You said shave it off.
No, you can still shave. You can still shave bits off, make it a bit shorter.
Yeah. But, anyway,
But
Kyle.
it's very thick in it. Fucking hell.
Alright. Now that that's out of my system. Topic
Okay,
number one.
Google, light off.
We tried to do a video on Friday. Discord were fucking up. We just left it for the weekend. Um, we are
Technical difficulties.
yeah, we already missed it, so it was like, well, there's no point in rushing the video out now. We might as well just include it in Monday's topics. But Lando, the Lando TV series on Disney Plus, is now a movie. When I first heard this, I was thinking, why? Why are they doing this? And then, at first I thought, what's Kathleen Kennedy playing at? And then I realised, oh wait, this is Donald Glover writing this. He was writing the show, but now it seems like he's writing it as a film. Um, and if Disney are gonna do this, and it's very similar to what they did with Armor Wars, where it's like, no, this would work better as a film. Actually, the story we've got, I would rather them make a film out of it than just stretch something out over 6 episodes, a lot of filler episodes, and put it out on Disney Plus, which I think a lot of people think they should have done with Obi-Wan. They should have just made Obi-Wan into a film, but they're learning, um, and they're going on with it. One thing I will say about this is that I was kind of expecting to get, maybe like another Andor with Lando. Uh, but it is what it is now. It is a film. Donald Glover attached to anything, I'm happy about it. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think Donald Glover is the most talented man alive right now. He can sing, he can rap, he can dance, he can act, he's a comedian, he does it all. Donald Glover is the most talented man alive right now. But what do you think about this?
Um. So when we was originally filming this as like a separate segment over the weekend, and my thoughts is I've thought about it, and I still feel the same as what I said then. And what I said was, um, if this was if if Donald Glover wasn't attached to this, well, I mean he's obviously going to play as Lando, but if it wasn't him writing it, and we know he's already doing that, I'd be like, right, I don't care. It's dead then.
Yeah,
It's not coming out because it's not like where Marvel where they say, oh, we've got this and this movie coming out. This person's going to direct it and this person's going to write it, and then it actually, maybe it changes ever so slightly, but it still
yeah.
happens more times than not.
Well,
Like
yeah,
9 times out of 10, it happens. You get the film.
what do you think the
with
possibilities are that Glover actually directs this then, or is a directing partner from Atlanta who directed a lot of episodes? I think it's Haruki something. But yeah, do you think there's a high chance that Donald Glover actually directs this?
well, that's what I'm gonna get onto is this is gonna happen though. This is one thing that I'm like, yeah, it's gonna happen. It's got Donald Glover attached to it. You know, he's gonna do it really, really well, and you know, it's not gonna be a case of you know, who was supposed to direct a Star Wars film? Was it like, you know, obviously we said Taika, but that's not even happening. And then we're
Yeah,
supposed to get a Squadron, X-Wing Squadron movie.
Patty Jenkins on
Yep,
that. I
and
don't
that's
even think the James Mangold film's going to happen now, and that they announced that this year before
mhm.
Indiana Jones happened. Um, yeah, I don't think you should judge a director off the worst film. You should definitely judge a director off the best. But and I would say James Mangold's best film is definitely Logan. And would I want to see him do a Star Wars film? Yeah. The reality is, put on the trailers from the director of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, people are not gonna give a shit. Now, if you said from the director of Logan, different story. But yeah, I think there's a good chance that Glover directs, stars, and I think there's a good chance that they're actually going to be very hands off with him.
I'm really sorry. I'm really surprised that like he fumbled that Dial of Destiny. I feel like the first part of that movie was sublime. Sorry.
Kyle, mate,
Um,
you're turning 25 next, mate. You're too old to be saying fumbled.
well, shut up. You said all sorts. You should see state of our chat. Shit, you sent me.
No, no.
Uh, oh, you want to go there, Mister? Getting banned on play. Who gets banned at PlayStation at 24?
Me?
But yeah, you fucking prick. Anyways, um, so he fumbled the bag. No, it just kind of yeah. I was surprised that Indiana Jones was not that great as it was because it's he did Logan and it's not that
Yeah.
too different from it's a main character that
Past his
is already
prime.
established past his prime. It's doing an older story. He's
Yeah.
he's a lot older. He's
With his
and it's
adopted
yeah.
daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, after this, do you think there's a possibility that Lando is actually the next Star Wars film we see? Or do you think it'll be Dave Filoni's Mando verse film? Now, bearing in mind, there's going to be we're hearing rumors that Mandalorian season 4 is actually just going to be a Mandalorian film. But what do you think is more likely? Lando first or Mando? Lando or Mando? Let me know.
I'd probably say Mando's comes out
It's
first.
definitely in the more established corner of the Star Wars universe, and they've clearly already got a plan for it.
I feel like they're gonna have to be extra careful with with Lando after what happened with Solo.
I like Solo.
I don't like it.
I like it. I think it's a fun
You
time.
fucking would. It's
It's.
not a fun
I
time.
think it's a fun time.
I didn't think it
It's
was a
not
fun time.
amazing or anything like that.
It didn't need to be a thing. It could have been cut down to a limited special or something like that. It didn't need to be. It literally could have been an hour long and done what it needed to do. And it's just I don't like that film. I watched it and I was just sat there like, what the fuck is this?
What do
I
you?
liked what.
I was gonna say, what do you think of Donald Glover's portrayal of Lando, though?
Yeah, that was the only good thing in it.
You don't like Alden Ehrenreicher's Solo?
I'll be honest. I don't want to say I didn't like it. I don't want to say I liked it. I just don't remember it. I remember Lando more, and he was in the film barely. Like,
Yeah.
I wish we got more Lando in the film. I was quite disappointed when Lando was like, it felt like 5 minutes. Lando was way more memorable for me, and I was like, oh my god, like Donald Glover is like nailing Lando like really, really well. Like this, he's actually kind of interesting.
I love it
And
when he
then
robs the ship, when he robs the Falcon.
yeah, and it's
Well, it is his, but
I yeah, I didn't like the droid in it. That droid was forgetful. It wasn't nothing really that stood out to me. It kind of, I didn't like the design of the droid either.
yeah,
It didn't really feel Star Wars. It felt like something from a generic sci-fi movie kind of thing.
yeah.
Um, and yeah, I guess the actor who played him, I guess he must have been fine because I don't remember not liking him. I just don't remember loving it or really liking it all that much. It's just like, meh, he did a good job. It's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Now,
it was just forgetful.
now, do you think we are going like Andor did? Do you think we're going prequel to the prequel, or do you think this will take place after the events of Solo?
Um,
And if it
I
takes
mean,
place after the events of Solo, what do you think the chances are we're going to see Alden Ehrenreich as Solo pop up in this film?
uh, I don't know. Slim to none, because it's like when he pops up, it's not going to be a reaction like, it's Han Solo. It's like, oh, it's the dude who played Han Solo. Now, I don't mean to shit on it because, like, they've done this before and everyone loves it. Anakin with Darth Vader, played by two different people, and well, multiple.
Yeah,
And
so many
same with
people.
with Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's three portrayals of him, because Clone Wars, the prequels, and then obviously the original. Um, the thing with that is it. I don't know. It just they were really memorable and they were really likable. Like it was just a great portrayal of it. Yes, it was different, and you can critique that if you want, but I think it's fine because it's showing them when they were younger during the Clone Wars era.
Yeah,
With Solo, it literally feels like it's trying to mimic Han Solo as he was in the original film. They didn't try to do anything different. It's like I could just go watch the original trilogy and get the same Han
I don't.
Solo, but
I don't
better.
want to spend too much time on this topic, but I do disagree with you. I do think Ehrenreich did a different early stage Han Solo. I do think he did it different.
I thought it would trying to copy and paste it. I'm sorry.
All right, fair enough. But yeah, Lando, it's now a film. Let us know what you think. Last time we talked about Star Wars, someone just commented, "I'll stop you right now. They shouldn't." So, yeah.
Well, you're wrong. They should.
Thanks for the creative input, but Deadpool 3 adds more. Karl Urban, Billy Butcher himself, Judge Dredd himself.
He better fucking be a variant of Wolverine.
Well, that's not what we're hearing. Apparently, it's a variant of Deadpool.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh. I will admit, I would much prefer to see
I
him
would
do a
much prefer a
Wolverine.
Wolverine as well. In fact, I would love him as mainline MCU Wolverine, Karl Urban.
Oh, I'd be happy with that.
But-
I'd be satisfied. Why didn't we even think of him?
Because we're idiots and we don't think of things until they're put in front of our face and fed to us, and we go, "I like that."
Yeah, I like that.
I like that.
Good one, that.
Yeah.
Or fucking have won.
For some reason, I have just got in my head, like, I know he's not British, I know he's from New Zealand, but he does such a good job with Billy Butcher. I've just got in my head, for some reason, a British Deadpool just saying cunt over and over again.
What was that, Wolverine cunt?
Yeah. Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking diabolical.
Yeah, no, I like I said, I think it would have suited Wolverine more to the point of even being in a mainline MCU Wolverine. But it's still like the fact that he's in this film is a really nice surprise, and I am the more I hear about it, the more excited I get for this movie.
Yeah,
I
and
hope that all this shit comes true.
I know I keep saying it every time. This is probably the last time we're going to speak about Deadpool 3 casting news, but come on, it's Carl Urban.
It's fucking KARL
I
Urban.
had to
Like,
mention this.
do you know what? Right, I was supposed to go to Comic-Con years ago, with a friend from work, and I fucking regret not
All right,
going
Thor.
because Carl, huh?
All right, Thor.
What do you mean?
He's a friend from work.
Oh, fuck off.
Which is in Thor Ragnarok, which Carl Urban is also in. Full circle. Take it back to your go.
Right. Which KARL Urban was in that film, and he was also at the Comic Con that I was supposed to go to. Didn't end up going, sadly. It just didn't line up with the timing because it was like Christmas time. But I do regret it now because this guy's like, I feel like he's bigger now. You know,
Yeah.
he's well known, a lot more well known.
Well, yeah, he's going to be in the Mortal
Everybody
Kombat
loves
sequel
him.
as well, isn't he?
What's that?
He's going to be in the Mortal Kombat sequel.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I haven't watched that first one yet.
I've heard kind of mixed things a little
Yeah.
bit. I've heard more good than bad, but
Let's
yeah,
give it a bash. We'll give it a bash.
I'd give it a go. Yeah.
But yeah, Carl Urban as a Deadpool. I couldn't think of anything better. Because if there's anyone just like, if there's anyone just as foul mouthed as Deadpool, it's Billy
Oh,
Butcher.
Callum! Imagine if they did it where when they're introducing him as Deadpool, they just like shot for shot do like the opening of Deadpool 1, where he's like, "My boyfriend said this was a superhero movie, but that other guy just turned into a fucking kebab." Turn that cunt into a kebab.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could just see that.
And this is kind of hoping. I really want to see Brad Pitt's Vanisher again now.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, do you know what?
well, if it ain't the invisible cunt.
Do you know what though? I I feel like he'd actually take the piss out of Wolverine's very yellow suit. He's like, "Who's this yellow cunt?"
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
Anything, any line in this, just any line that Deadpool would say, just add cunt to it, and it's funnier because Carl Urban's saying it.
Um, oh yeah, I can't wait.
Fucking. Yeah. Do you know what this kind of got me thinking of now, though? Carl Urban, Deadpool variant, maybe. We don't know. Anthony Starr, maybe as a Wolverine variant. Homelander himself.
I see him more as a. I see it the opposite way around
Now,
logically for
have you
me.
watched the show Banshee?
I watched. I think I watched one episode of it, but I was quite tired. I do want to watch it, but I just.
That show is amazing with Anthony Starr.
Yeah.
But if after watching that, you'd probably see it as maybe he could do a Wolverine, and he is an actor who is of short stature.
Yeah.
So,
can I just say as well, while we're on the topics of obviously this, I was actually speaking to a mate from work about Daniel Radcliffe being a Wolverine or being the mainline MCU Wolverine, and he understood what I meant, and I was like, he just like yeah, he looks the part, but you just can't, you know, just the way he talks, it's not there. And I know you were saying.
one minute, sorry.
What?
Do you think they've got Carl Urban in to be a compliment to Daniel Radcliffe's variant of Wolverine?
Yes.
I know he's not British.
Yes.
But imagine them two come on screen together.
Yeah. Do you know what? It would not surprise me that this movie starts right, and it's doing it, you know, like like not like a flashback, but they, you know, it's like 2 months prior or something like that, or 2 months later or some shit like that, and we see Deadpool and Wolverine, you know, like a silhouette of them or something, and then they come into the shot, and then it's not Ryan Reynolds or Hugh Jackman, it's just you know, it's even, you know, it's them two, and everyone's like, what the fuck, what's this film? I mean, you might be wondering, why do I?
You might be one. I love this. I love this so much. This is the best bit of casting we've heard from Deadpool 3, if it's true. Oh, God. I want this now more than Danny DeVito as a Wolverine variant.
I was actually speaking to him about that as well. I said that we'd want to a friend at work want the Danny DeVito to show up as a Wolverine, just for 30 seconds at the just pop up.
I want a portal scene at the end of Deadpool 3, and I want all the different variants to come out. And just
You know what? I think that is very, very
yeah,
likely.
and a Danny DeVito Wolverine pops out and he goes, "Suicide is badass."
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's just kind of, do what he did in Deadpool 2, where it's like, um, for you can one up me, Wolvie, by dying. I'm gonna die in this film too, and then he does like the same for the MCU, where he's
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna one up you and do it all, show you how easy it is. It's not
yeah,
that special. Um, and then take piss out on No Way Home. It's like you apparently showing variants of characters makes a lot of money, so let's do it.
yeah. Oh,
We didn't cast just Hugh Jackman.
bringing back
We
actors from
casted
the early 2000s.
we casted everyone.
God,
We got everyone in this fucking film.
if this is true, this film is going to be nuts, and I cannot wait for Deadpool 3. Wow,
It just feels massive, this film.
yeah. But speaking of things that are massive, Avengers Secret Wars. Word on the street now is we probably will not see this film until 2028. It got moved from 2025 to 2026, and then Kang Dynasty took the 2026 release date, and Secret Wars took a 2027 release date. Now with the strikes and everything, it is looking like it is going to be 2028 by the time we see Avengers Secret Wars. And do you know what? I'm okay with this. If this is just giving Marvel more time to get back to what they do best and cook up a really good script.
Well, I mean, we might get Civil War 2 now because of it.
Yeah,
Maybe, yeah, it seems more
maybe after
plausible.
Kang Dynasty, because it was the report was we are getting Civil War 2 before Secret Wars. So I think to me it all depends on what type of film Kang Dynasty is going to be, because we're looking at it as part 1 and part 2 again, because when it was announced so close together. They were 6 months apart when they were first announced, and then it was a year apart. And now if Kang Dynasty keeps that 2026 release date and this is 2028, these are going to be 2 years apart. Imagine, and if they are quite closely connected, imagine Infinity War and Endgame having a 2 year break between them. I mean,
Now I'm starting to think that they're not. I feel like it's going to
I
be.
am starting to think they are going to be very different films.
I think it'll all tie in. It'll
Yeah,
all.
well, it's
Yeah, it's not, but it's not going to be like how they did it with Infinity War and Endgame, where it's like one after the other. It's kind of like there's a big space there, but it's not empty space. It's not, you're not waiting for the what they did with the cliffhangers and stuff like that in Infinity War. They're not going to do that. There'll be a little bit, I guess, but it won't be like, oh my god, like we have to wait 2 years for this film. It'll just be like, all right, okay, cool. It was a whole satisfied, well done, just story, and then we get maybe like Civil War 2 or something like that, and then we
yeah.
get maybe a couple more movies even in between that, and then we get Secret Wars, the big one.
Do
Because
you
because
think?
they're not doing like Avengers 1 and Avengers Age of Ultron and then doing like the big 2 Avengers films.
Yeah.
There's no lead up to this, so maybe they're turning Kang Dynasty into more of a lead up Avengers film instead of being a part 1.
Do you think Kang's going to be the villain in Secret Wars? Because when they were so close together, I was very much of the mind that Kang is going to be the villain in Secret Wars. But now, if there is this 2 year space between them, maybe our new team of Avengers does defeat Kang. Maybe at the cost of some heroes. But maybe they do defeat Kang, but maybe they do it in a way that's like, all right, we've done it, we've beat Kang, but maybe, like he said in Loki, He Who Remains, maybe he was actually keeping the multiverse in check, and maybe killing him wasn't actually that great of an idea, and then that's what leads into Secret Wars. And I don't know, maybe someone like Doctor Doom comes in and just takes advantage of this space that's been left. But I find it hard to see him defeating Kang in Kang Dynasty because there's going to be a lot of Kangs. But you know what you need for a lot of Kangs? A lot of ants. I seen someone defending it the other day, the ant thing, and it says it wasn't the ants who defeated Kang, it was MODOK. MODOK created an opening for the ants, and he still beat the ants, to be fair, but nah, it's that biggest mistake with that. They changed the ending and let them ants defeat him.
Yeah, Kang shouldn't have died in that film. That Kang.
That Kang should
now,
have been the prime Kang. That was the
yeah.
Kang that everybody was worried about. But yeah, speaking of Kang, don't want to speak too much on this now, but obviously the Jonathan Majors trial, and that'll be coming up on October 6th, so the same day that Loki releases. We're going to speak about Loki a little bit later in the show, but just what Disney wanted. But yeah, are you okay with waiting a little bit longer for an Avengers film?
Yeah.
I think we both, when it comes to gaming and stuff like that, we are both, it's like, don't rush it. Do the best you can. And me personally, it makes it more special. Coming out, the 10th anniversary from Avengers Infinity War. Who'd have thought that? I find it hard to believe that yesterday was the 10th anniversary of Grand Theft Auto 5 coming out. I was 14 when that game came out. It's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Time's just flying. And we'll be here at 2028 before we know it. What's that now, like 5 years away?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no time. We'll be at 2028. Yeah. Speaking of things that are coming a little bit sooner, the Continental is coming on Friday. I'll say this right now. I think we're getting it on Friday, and I think it's on Amazon Prime for us.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm going to be very upset if we don't get to see this on Friday. I think we will. Now, you haven't seen it. You don't want to see it. The show's a week away. There's no point in you watching it. But one thing I do want to say is they released the opening, couple of minutes. So I thought at least I'd watch it so I could talk about it. And then we'll just talk about the show in general and what we're feeling about it.
You know why though? I'm very against watching it. It's kind of like you and playing betas for games.
Yeah.
It's because the last time I did, it was for the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and granted, that film's not great, but
that opening 10 minutes is fucking spectacular.
It is, and then you get into the film, and it turns out it's not all that great, and it's annoying because I had a lot of hype for the film. Like I loved all the trailers, and I was very excited for the Amazing Spider-Man 2. And then we got the first 10 minutes, and then my hype just exceeded. It went through the roof, and then I saw the film, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
It's still a okay film. I'd say it's. I still think Spider-Man 3 is better, ever so slightly, but yeah.
Anyway,
that's not just bias, but yeah. So yeah, not watching it.
It's coming out on Friday. I've watched the first 3 minutes that they put online. This is a John Wick. This is a John Wick show. I'll say that much. Without a doubt, if you did not tell anybody that this was related to John Wick, before the end of this, they would go, "Oh, is this John Wick?" It was great. Everything I wanted to see in a John Wick spin-off. Our first John Wick spin-off. So, yeah. Looks like we're starting good. How excited are you for Friday?
To be completely honest, I didn't know it was coming out.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's actually coming up very quick."
Yeah.
And then now I've just kind of forgotten about it. Not, huh?
Next week is the Boys spin-off.
Oh shit, yeah. Honestly, you know me, I don't like to keep track of dates. I know you do, but for me, it goes quicker when I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, because I keep track of dates for like when games come out, like Starfield and. But that week, that day was the longest day ever.
I found out Starfield was coming out the week it was coming out. I was like, what?
Yeah. But, so it's vice versa, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I am very excited for Friday now. One thing I will say is Dumb Money comes out on Friday.
I'm looking forward to that.
We have to see it.
Yeah, I
I,
don't think I'm working Friday.
am I booking us in?
Potentially. No, I am working Friday.
It's at 8 anyway.
Oh, that's fine
The
then.
one showing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm super excited for the Continental TV show and 3 episodes as well. This is good. This is them. It's like we've we've got a story to tell. We don't want to stretch it out. Let's you know, let's do it. Let's just tell this short story. 3 episodes. It'll be done by the time Loki comes out.
Do you know what? I'm very this is like for me. Um, it, it's probably not going to happen. But for me, I feel like I want this to succeed very, 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 very well because if if people see this and they love it and it does extremely well, then Disney might take a note from this and go, all right, people like these more limited series instead of like 6 dragged out episodes of something.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
you know,
well.
I,
To be fair, we haven't seen the show yet, and we could get to the end of the third episode and go, "This were very rushed."
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that. But I like the idea of being a special. It's like when you watch a show and it's like you could see it being a movie. Well, hang on, it could just be a limited series. It could be like maybe squeezed down to 3 episodes instead of a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, but the only one exception I think that should have been maybe a movie. Well, maybe a movie is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Um, just I feel
Yeah.
like if they changed a couple things here and there about that, then yeah. So I'm hoping this does well. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. No, me too. Can't wait. But it's rant time.
Hell yeah.
Loki season 2 is coming early,
What do you mean?
kinda.
Why?
So you know that Ahsoka has been dropping, you know, on the day before now in the US. You know, at night time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um. Well, Loki's doing the same thing. Loki season 2. The episodes will be coming out the day before. So another weird thing as well. Loki started the Disney Plus trend of stuff coming out on Wednesday. Um, it is now going back to a Friday release for us at least. Um, so Loki in America will be dropping at 6 p.m. in Los Angeles time and like 10 p.m. Like New York time, and we get it at 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, this has thoroughly fucked me off because yeah, they're getting it early, but I would usually go to work and do my day at work and then go home and watch the show. It opens up the spoiler window so much now. So it used to be I'd get to work, I could use my phone for the first half of the day, and it's alright, don't go on my phone now for the rest of the day. Now, when I wake up on Wednesday mornings when Ahsoka's coming out, I've got to remember, don't look at your fucking phone because the show's already been out for 4 hours and people are posting spoilers everywhere. It's nuts. Well, yeah, I think what will solve this problem is put it back another 2 hours, so that way people in America can just get in, get home from work, and then the show's there to watch. Yeah, we would have to wait until 12 o'clock at night,
Ah,
but
that's so much better. Yeah.
I think it would stop a lot of the spoiler stuff. Now, I know the British market is a small market, and this probably will not happen. Obviously, a majority of their subscribers is American, and they're going to cater it towards an American audience, which is fine. I get that. That's business. And people say, well, you don't want it spoiled, don't go online. Fair enough. I get that as well. But it is annoying. It's annoying. can't a Marvel fan be annoyed? I want to be watching this show at the same time as everyone else, but
Yeah, but as well, do you know what though? You say it's coming out Friday.
Friday for us, 2 o'clock in
Well,
the morning on Friday.
it's going to be fucked for Friday then, because when you gather topics and stuff. Let's say it's like, oh well, just gather your topics on Thursday evening or whatever. It's like, well, yeah, you could do that, but then something else could happen on a Friday, and it's like you're going to be, kind of fucked looking
Yeah.
for topics.
Well, we've got one, it comes out on October 6th. So, well, we're 3 weeks away from Loki Season 2, and I am excited for the show. It's just, I really know that this show's going to get spoiled for me if something big happens. Now, I don't even have to, it used to be I'd rarely get things spoiled for me. Because of the time it came out, and it was like, all right, boom, I'm at work, and then get home, and then nothing happens.
I might be honest, Colin. It might be coming an end to us watching shows together.
Yeah. No, it most certainly could be. Because I might have to start going to work and then, watching the show on my dinner break. And you watch it at home. And I love watching the show with Kyle. We've done it since WandaVision, the first Disney Plus show. We didn't do a couple of episodes of Loki because he was, he had COVID. So we couldn't do that. But I would say we've watched most episodes of things together. Definitely. I don't want to say we watched a right lot of What If together, but we definitely did a lot of Hawkeye. Moon Knight, I think we did every episode of Moon Knight.
Well, I was in Egypt, wasn't I? But yeah.
We didn't do every episode, because she was actually in Egypt, the episode they went to Egypt.
So it was kind of funny that, because they were teasing like, oh, we're in Egypt now in one of the episodes.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm going to be there next week, or in like 2 days or wherever it was. And then, yeah. Is this happening with? So this is happening with obviously the Star Wars shows as well, isn't it?
Star Wars shows. So yeah, I think we've both noticed over the past couple of weeks we've both said to each other, haven't we? Oh, I've had something spoiled for me.
I've had some, yeah.
Yep. For over the past two, and I think it is to do with this earlier release schedule. Now it's doing better numbers for Disney. I get it. More people are watching because it's coming on at a reasonable time in America. I don't think it would hurt them that much if they just moved it back another 2 hours. We get it at midnight.
I'm being honest with Loki, just so I don't want it, because I'm really excited for Loki season 2. You know how much I love the first season.
Yeah.
I'm over the moon. I can't wait to see this. I might actually, if we're not watching it together, I might just stay up till
2.
Was it 2? Yeah, and just watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna fuck myself up, like, but to not get something spoiled for me, because after Ahsoka, I'm just seeing too much shit.
I might have to just start waking up earlier and just watching it before I go to work. But yeah, we'll get to watch one episode together at least. I know we're going to be in Liverpool, so we can watch it on our way there. Actually,
yeah,
if you want to.
Yeah, we can.
We'll both put in dual headphones and cuddle up to each other on the way.
Well, it's, Peter and MJ and fast mom.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I know I sound like a petty fan right now, and it's like Marvel fan cries you can't watch show 2 hours earlier. It's just the opportunity for spoilers is a lot more there. Do you know what? If it came out at 12, I'd stay up. I'd stay up and watch it. But the reality is, 2 o'clock in the morning, I can't stay up till that time. I'm waking up, 3 hours later. So, and I've got to watch the show as well. And it could be 3 o'clock in the morning by the time it's finished. At least if it comes out at 12, finishes at 1, I could probably get maybe a good couple of hours for that one night a week. But yeah, it is coming out on Fridays now as well. Weird. But, apart from all this, where is your anticipation now for Loki Season 2? Because I did drop a little featurette today. I don't know if you've seen it. Just with a little bit.
Not watching anything else on it now.
Bit of behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, no, I love the behind the scenes stuff, but I like to watch it afterwards. I just want to go in, like, you know me, I like going into things blind.
You like going into things Matt Murdock.
Yeah, Matt Murdock style.
Matt Murdock style. Well, I think that will do us for today, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to add before I sign us off?
Fuck
No.
all, mate.
You don't want to tell people to subscribe.
No, don't subscribe. Unsubscribe, actually, so I get to keep this.
Subscribe.
But,
We'll hit 50.
but do you know what? If we do actually, we need to say it a bit more often in the
Yeah.
videos if we get new people. If we do hit 100,
By the end of the year.
before the end of the year or by the end of the year, whatever, we're going to do a 24-hour live stream of watching Morbius in
Continuously.
repeat. Mm-hmm.
Continuously watching Morbius. So
Yep.
subscribe if you want to see us suffer. Subscribe if you want to see Kyle get rid of his facial hair. And all that good stuff.
I mean, we're offering some good stuff here. Do you know what I mean? If you're,
Of
you know,
course, we are offering some good stuff. Another thing might want to add, don't know who's going to say this. Me and Kyle will be in Liverpool Comic Con, and if you want to bring some rotten eggs and throw them at Kyle, that'll be more than welcome to. I know.
someone's gonna come up to it. Someone's gonna come up to me, right, and be like, "How was your 40th subscriber? Where's your fucking mum?"
Yeah, like Kyle said, we're offering some good stuff.
I just remembered about that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get to 50. But yeah, let us know what you thought of all the topics down below. Are you excited for Loki season 2? Do you live in America and it's like, oh my god, this is great. Loki season 2 comes out at a fucking perfect time for me. I feel, lucky you. Are you excited for the Continental TV show? I know I am. Secret Wars is coming in 2028. Can you wait? I think I can wait. KARL Urban might be a Deadpool 3, might be a Deadpool variant in Deadpool 3. Hopefully that's true. And Lando is no longer a TV show, it's a movie. So let us know what you thought down below. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Show us to your mother. I've been Callum, that's been Kyle. See you guys later. Kyle, give him a little wave. Oh wow. Wow, that was